Okay, everybody, shkoyach. Welcome. Here we go. This week's parasha, we got Parshas Emor, which has got two topics to it. The first topic about it is we speak about all the mitzvahs that pertain to Kohanim, and the second half is all about the Moadim, the festivals that we have. So, in terms of the first part about the Kohanim, so it's very interesting that the Kohanim seem to have an entire different set of laws. They've got all the laws of a normal Israelites, but they also have additional mitzvahs, and they also have additional rights. They are allowed to eat truma. They're allowed to in different things they get. They're allowed to eat. They get from different karbonos. Obviously, they get to serve Hashem in the Beit Hamikdash. So, but how do we understand this? Why is it that they've got an extra set of laws? So I've heard from Rav Noach all a week before. I think even the chief rabbis spoken about it in a different sense. When there's more rights, there's more responsibilities. Right? If a person's got a higher position, he's a holier person, so therefore then he has more responsibilities, and he's got different mitzvahs for him. Rav Noach used to speak about he had a student that worked for the CIA. And basically what happened was he had a very hard job, and they decided to give him a promotion. And when they gave him promotion, so they did another security check on him, and they saw that he had some brother living in Israel. And as a result, they said he's got connections to Israel. They kicked him out. So Rav Noach he couldn't work for the CIA at all. So Rav Noach always used to say that we see when a person gets a higher position, so then there's more security checks. So the idea that how this pertains to us, what we can bring to our own lives, is like as Jews. So we are the chosen people. We are sons of Hashem. We've got a special neshama that non-Jews don't have. But the reality is that means that we also have higher responsibilities. We can't act the same way as a regular person. We have to always double check our step, make sure we're thinking of others and caring for others, and not doing the opposite. And just being honest people, etc., etc. That is the first one. The second idea is in chapter 21, sentence 8. We have a mitzvah to sanctify the Kohen, because the bread of your God he brings, right? He should be holy to you as I am holy, because holy I am, right? Who has sanctified you. Sanctifies you. So we've got a mitzvah to sanctify, to honor, really, a Kohen. What does this mean? So if you see Rashi explains that it's really brought down halacha, right? For in halacha, if you have a Kohen, he's meant to be the first one to walk through the door. He's meant to be the first one to, if there's or food, if you're waiting in line, there's all different halachas, and that's not what the point of the share is, but the idea is he's meant to be the first one to get food. At a Shabbos table, he should be the first one to get food. He should be, if you have speakers, the Kohen should be the first one to speak. So I just thought that it's a little bit of a reality check on who the people that we honor and why we honor them.
But I find it difficult because here we're honoring a position. What happens if the person who occupies that position isn't worthy of being honored?
Oh, so okay, this is how it goes into halachas. We'll have to. I hear the question. But I think it's more than just a position. It's actually the status of the person. A Kohen is a much better.
Kohen is born into being a Kohen, right?
He has a much.
It's by birth. But what happens if the person who's born as a Kohen, his father's Kohen, he's a Kohen. But what happens if he is unethical or is disrespectful to other people and things like that? You're saying you've got to honor him because he's a Kohen.
Because he's a Kohen, because he's got a higher status.
But he doesn't deserve that, in my opinion. Because if he's dishonest or unethical, why should you honor somebody like that?
I hear the question. The idea I get, first of all, I'm not sure what you do. The Gemara is brought down in Halacha, what you do with the Talmid Chacham, Yisro and Emor as Kohen. It speaks about it. Yeah. I don't know what to say.
Okay.
It's brought down in halacha, but even so, the idea, if it is true, the idea would be, the reality is, he's a holier person. He might not be acting holy, but his soul is definitely a holier.
So, because we look at it like a king. It's easier to understand. Because he's the king, you have to respect him.
No matter.
The Kohen is the similar
it's his status.
Concept. Because of his status, we have to respect him.
Yeah. But that's just a reality check on who the people that we respect are. Right? That's just that we people that we respect people that are holy. That's something that we look up to. All right, that's number 2. Now moving right along to the Moedim. The first Moed that we have is Shabbos. We bring down all the Moedim. So it's on 23, chapter 23, sentence 2. 682. So over there we bring down the Moed. What is a Moed? A Moed is a festival. Now Isaac could tell us that a Moed is actually a meeting place. That's really the direct translation, right? So why is a Moed, why is a festival called a meeting place? So the idea is because we're meeting with Hashem. We're meeting with Hashem, right? When we have a Moed, it's a time that we sense Hashem's in our presence in a much deeper way. We spend time with Hashem. The first one of that is Shabbos. It's important to know Shabbos is also a Moed. I don't think it's a surprise to anybody, but Shabbos is a time that we're together with Hashem. If a person keeps, it's not enough just to keep the laws. If you want to feel this, you have to actually feel Shabbos in order to feel Hashem's with you. It's a feeling a person gets. But I just wanted to say, my wife and mother-in-law, they actually started an initiative this week that they're getting women to light 10 minutes before candle lighting. Bring it a little bit earlier, Shabbos in a little bit earlier, and I was thinking of a nice parable that if you imagine, like, think of somebody, David, think of somebody who you'd love to be in presence with. Mm-hmm. Okay? Not Moshe Rabbeinu, I don't know, Klosenberg Rebbe, my dad, right? If somebody had 24 hours with this person, and all of a sudden they could get a bonus of another 10 minutes, he wouldn't do it, right? Yeah. He wouldn't do it. So that's the idea. There's a mitzvah to bring Shabbos in early, and there's a mitzvah to delay taking Shabbos out. Great, moving right along. So that's the idea, is because you're meeting with Hashem. Moving right along, chapter 23, sentence 9. We've got the mitzvah, part of the Moedim, jam in the middle there is the mitzvah of the Omer. So just a couple points about the Omer, because this is the period that we're obviously be sitting in. So first of all, it's interesting, the Omer, if you look at the psukim over here, the Omer is not talking about counting to the Torah. We always know that we're counting towards the Torah. But if you look at the Omer, it's not that. On the first day of the Omer, I don't actually know what the idea is. The Omer is on the first day we bring barley, we count 49 days, and then we bring 2 loaves of bread on Shavuot. This could happen theoretically, practically. This could happen any time of the year. It just happens to happen on Pesach.
I was listening to a talk. Sorry, Rabbi. Let me just. So what? The Omer count is to increase our refinement and our holiness, going from the debasity of Egypt through to being ready to get the Torah. So we first start with barley, which is basically animal food.
That's it.
And then we get to Shavuot, and we're having refined bread. So we're going from something that's rough and raw to something that's very refined.
Amazing, yeah. So I had that, yeah.
Did you have that in there?
I had it in there.
Sorry.
No problem. David, you can give the share. But that's the idea. The idea is that first we bring a barley offering, which is animal food, and then we meant to be refining ourselves till we get to Shavuot, when we bring the 2 breads, which is human food. Because we're meant to be refining ourselves from being animalistic to human beings. I'll just say, why is it? Where do you see that you're meant to be counted towards the Torah? So the Zohar brings down, I've seen it quoted, is that it's like we said on Shavuot, you bring 2 breads, 2 loaves that's symbolic of the 2 luchot, the 2 tablets, and also, like we know, bread is a symbolic word towards Torah. There's a lot of depth towards that also. And one more thing is, I'll just say, end off, an idea from my father. My father always used to ask the question, why is it that we count up in the Omer? Right? Today's the 24th day of the Omer. Why is it we count? We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Usually when you look forward towards something, forward to the World Cup, you look forward for a big event, so you say 100 days to go, 50 days to go, 10 days to go, you count down. Why is he counting up? So my father, that's how he always used to say, that as Jews we never wish away life. Right? We never say, 100 days to go, like trying to cross off your day. As Jews we never wish it, we always work towards something. Thank you very much, everybody, and have a great Shabbos.